welcome to Lubbock, Texas for this year's Professional Putters Association Match Play Championship Series. I'm David Collier. I'll provide the play-by-play, joined by PPA Commissioner Joe A. Boyd. And I guess, Joe, let us know about the field.
Happy to do so. We have two first-time contestants in this year's show. The first will be Jim Heikkinen from Lorain, Ohio. He's an account manager. He joined the Professional Putters Association in 1984 as a member of the Amateur Putters Association. And after an 11-year career that saw him finish runner-up in the 1991 National Amateur Championship, he was accepted as a touring pro in 1995. Since then, he's won over $8,000 to date, winning 2 regional events in Newark, Ohio. He will be competing against Robin Ventura, a 20-year-old from Cincinnati, Ohio. Robin joined the Professional Putters Association in 1998 as an APA member and was accepted as a National Touring Pro in 2002. As an amateur player, she won the 2001 Southern Open in Augusta, Georgia, and won 2 regional doubles championships as well. After turning pro, in 2002, she won 2 regional events in Mansfield, Ohio, and Fredericksburg, Virginia, and she is the champion of the national doubles in 2002 as well. So we look forward to a good match, the Battle of Ohio from Texas.
All right, Joe, let's head out to hole 1 for the action.
And here we are on hole 1. First semifinal match play championship series match between Jim Heikkinen and Robin Ventura.
Both players being congratulated for their appearance by tournament director Andy Corradini.
Safe to say both of them not going to be satisfied with the semifinal finish, though, right, Joe?
First-time contestants, but the finals is where they head. That's what they want. Nice shot. Nice smooth roll. Boy, I came off the putter very nicely.
Definitely a nice way to start. Get the pressure on your contestant right off the bat.
Sure does. Sure does. Now, Robin, look at, she's going to play this hole entirely different than Jim just did. Off the right rail, ball bounced off the tee mat. And
a little too much speed on that one.
Yeah, a little too aggressive. Perhaps the nerves got her. Let's look and see the difference in these shots.
I guess we have Jim on the left and Robin on the right. And Joe, I guess just explain what's going on here.
Well, Jim has just chosen the straight shot. It has to be a little bit more precise with the straight shot than you do with the bank, but obviously he feels that he has the touch to do that.
So he's 1 up after 1 hole, going into hole 2 with honors.
This is a match play format in which the scores on the individual holes count as the results. Nice shot there by Jim. So if on the first hole Jim scored the hole-in-one, Robin missed, he becomes 1 hole up versus 1 stroke up.
So Robin trying to avoid being down 2 holes after 2.
Robin routinely takes 3 or 4 practice shots after practice strokes before each putt. That looks like a nice smooth shot. Ball turning back to the right and into the bottom of the cup. She's relieved to have that first hole-in-one.
Definitely relieves a little pressure of the moment. Let's talk a little bit about these stances here. After just 3 holes, you can tell a complete difference in the play between the 2 of them.
Yeah, Jim has a much more open stance, and he has an opportunity to see the ball better off the tee mat position. Robbins is more closed.
It's a touch shot right
hole
here.
Hole number 3, both have the same results.
So heading to the 4th hole, Jim Heikkinen remains 1 up after 4 holes.
And that open stance that Jim has, and plays that one
railing
front
in.
door. It's a nice shot, and that's 4 in a row. And I can tell you, he's already on pace.
He's clicking.
He is on pace. The putt-putt television record for the most holes-in-ones from the beginning of the match are 9. He's at 4.
Putting the pressure on Robin.
Oh, Robin played a little bit high off the hill.
Again, with a little bit too much speed,
Yeah,
it
a little
looked
bit
like.
too much angle coming off the rail. We'll watch here and see what the difference is.
I guess this is twice now they played.
Yeah, look at that. Both off the same tee mat position. Robin just high up on the hill, giving it much more severe angle off the rail. Jim's less angle in the front door of the cup.
So Jim up 2 holes after 4. So we head to the 5th hole. As you said, Heikkinen putting well. We know it's early, but through 4 holes.
Now through 5 holes.
Now through 5 holes.
What a beautiful shot it
Well
was.
said. Continuing to put the pressure on Ventura.
Yeah, she's going to be off to the left. Yeah.
So like we said, Jim, it's early, but it's definitely a record pace, and Robin now down 3 holes after 5.
Well, he just, this is like a machine right now. Hole in one after hole in one. You're right, because Robin's missed. We won't see it on the television series, but
he's definitely getting closer to a perfect 9, but Robin follows up with an ace of her own to stay within 3 holes in the match.
Robin, you're playing well. You're just running into somebody here that just hasn't missed yet.
Yeah, he's made 6 aces. I feel like I'm hitting the ball pretty well. Just got a couple bad breaks, and I'll just have to keep hitting them, making the holes from here on out.
You had experience in falling behind in previous matches that got you to this point. That experience has to help you?
Oh, yeah, I was 5 down going with 10 holes left yesterday. I just stayed focused on my putting, and I got out of it.
Well, that experience I'm sure will help, and 6 in a row. What can I say? What do you think? Obviously, you're hitting the ball very well, and do you now know that you are just 3 holes away, 3 consecutive holes of ones in a row, away from tying the record for the TV series?
I'm not worried about that. I'm just trying to make holes. Robin's a good player. She came back yesterday. She's got the experience. I'm taking it 1 hole at a time.
When we come back from this break, we'll find out if he can match or beat the record for consecutive holes in ones.
And welcome back to the Match Play Championship Series semifinals between Robin Ventura and Jim Heikkinen. David Collier alongside PPA Commissioner Joe A. Boyd. And Joe Heikkinen's rolling right along right now.
Get there.
6 in a row, on his way to 7.
7.
He just is not giving Robin an opportunity to take honors, which is vital in the match play format. That's a nice shot.
Continues to keep pace with him, but like you said, she can't get in front of him, and that's definitely something you need to do in this match play format.
Score a hole in one first. If you have honors and score a hole in one first, you put so much pressure on the next player. That's a great shot. Look at it off the back rail, and
Thanks. Knock it in, Rob.
it's a nice shot.
So Rob needs to follow up here. Does not want to go down 4 holes.
No, she hit that one bad. Right off the tee mat, she cut the ball, and that really had no opportunity. And for the first time, Robin's feeling a bit frustration, I'm sure.
And understandably so. She is down 4 holes going into the 9th hole here. Heikkinen can tie the TV record with this putt right here. Joe?
There it is. How about that? We've tied a record. And Robin topping it on hole number 9 to remain 4 down.
So we go to 10. Heikkinen still with the honors.
This one now will set the world's record for most holes in ones on the TV series to open a match. Yeah, you can hear him now.
Yeah.
Just not happy with that result, but what a terrific run by Jim Heikkinen.
Can't be disappointed with tying a TV record.
No, and yet now
holes.
this is where Robin must take advantage to have any chance in this show.
The way she's been putting, it's not out of the question either.
No,
There's been
actually,
a couple of holes, but what are you going to do when a guy hits 9 in a row?
See that 3 normal? Oh, going back for a 4th practice swing. I fully expect her to make this one. And that's a good shot.
I guess that's why we call you the color commentator.
That was an excellent shot by her. And she takes honors and has to be breathing a sigh of relief.
All right, we're heading into the 11th hole, but after 9, this man right here tying a TV course record. Jamie, got to be excited about how you played on that front 9.
That is exciting, especially considering all the great players that have been on TV in the past. That's something I'll definitely remember. But what I need to do now is stay focused on the rest of the match. There's 8 holes to play, and I'm only up 3.
I was about to say you slipped up a little bit there on 10. I guess just talk about, trying to keep your head into the game.
Well, you just got to, I know these holes. I've practiced them enough. It's just a matter of hitting the shots.
And we talked about this previously. I mean, both of you guys play each other, so you know her game, so you're kind of comfortable with this whole situation.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I play with Robin week in and week out on the state tour, the Great Lakes Tour in Ohio. So, I'm very comfortable with her, and I enjoy playing against her.
the same time, Robin, the same situation for you. You know what he's going to do. You know what to expect from him, so that's got to be an advantage for you as well.
Oh, yeah, it's a lot more comfortable putting out here. You know, Jim and I are friends, and like you said, we putt with each other almost every weekend during the summer, so, you know, hopefully I just keep making the holes.
And we're heading into the 11th hole, and you have honors, so that's obviously an advantage for you as well.
Yeah, it's a little less pressure when you're putting first, so hopefully that, you know, helps me.
All right, well, we'll see how it does help you, and best of luck to both of you guys as we continue the match.
Those honors are vital, David, to keep any pressure on the person following behind.
Let's see if she can do something with it now here on the 11th hole.
Yeah, she's got a nice shot there, and oh, you can hear that in her voice too.
When you get a shot with so many rails, you gotta kind of cringe at that. You gotta rely on rails as opposed to just your perception hitting it straight on.
Well, you do, but these courses are built in such a way that if you hit the ball true, the number of bank shots actually that it takes is does not come into play.
I was never good at math, so geometry is just going to kill me on a course like this.
Earlier this week, we had an opportunity to talk to someone very special in the putt-putt field. David, I got some trivia for you. I bet you didn't know this. Putt-putt golf began in 1954. And since that time, over 1 billion rounds of putt-putt have been played across the world.
I didn't know that.
There's been 2 perfect 18 shot in that time. We're standing next to one of the guys.
I'd say I'm guessing this guy has something to do with that.
To do with this is John Napoli. He's also a national champion of the Professional Putters Association. And in 1979, he shot a perfect 18. John, first take us back that far if you can and tell us your feelings of that day and of that night.
Yeah, we were in Columbus, Ohio at the course that Joe ran, and it was also the national championship course for that season. And it was a perfect evening, Wednesday evening, and we started on hole 1 and just got it going. I felt in the zone sort of in pre-tournament practice. And after 9 holes, one of my playing partners ran up and informed Joe that I'd made the first 9. And then after 14 holes, Joe came out and said, "Do you mind if we just stop the tournament and let everybody line up along the bleachers and watch this final 4 holes?" I said, "Fine, we'll give it a try." And I hit a couple of them a little too hard that they spun around and went in, but on the very end, the last one made it into the cup. And you know, I didn't think as much of it back then, but like you said, now that so many more rounds have been played since, and this was May 23rd, 1979, and no 18's been shot since, I'm more impressed with it now, I guess. But I'm just glad it worked out that way and glad you were running the tournament when it happened.
Better be lucky than good sometimes, right?
Yeah, that's true. Lucky a couple of times down the finish.
So when the players like we had today shot a 9 for the television, does that bring you back to that time? Do you ever worry about you won't be the last person to ever do it?
I'm kind of waiting for someone to do it again. It's possible on that course that was just played because every hole is makeable. It just so happened that no one got the 10th hole to go in. But the 2 9s that were shot there, you know, by players that are really in the zone right now, and that's what it takes. It takes something like that under the intense concentration of a national championship week that it could happen again. We'll see.
Well, we're glad you're here. He's a national champion of the Professional Putters Association and the last person to shoot a perfect game, John Napoli.
Hole number 12.
Robin still with the honors. Trying to pick up another hole here.
Yeah.
Get back in the match, and she just can't take advantage of her opportunities.
Yeah, she's putting no pressure on Jim at this point. And see now, Jim plays this one totally different than Robin did, although
Line up.
I'll have to show you exactly what I'm talking about there. They play this from the T-mat position differently, and the angles are different. This is just personal preference. Robin playing it from the far right and Jim playing it from the far left. You see how the ball comes off the rails a little bit different.
She definitely had a lot of speed on that one as well. We'll see if she can rebound from that hole, I guess.